The Ohio State is where I will play my senior season here in college, chase that national championship and that Heisman Trophy. Everyone questioned my decision to come here to Ohio State, and my response to that is why not? A very prestigious school here in the Big Ten and opportunity to win right now my senior season. We got Buffalo week 1 here at home, 4th and goal down here in the red zone and man coverage. I'm all over this route. Quarterback rolls out, I get the pick, and with my elite speed, without a doubt, I'm taking this one to the crib for my first pick 6 of the year. Last play of the first half, Buffalo's quarterback trying to put this one into the end zone. I get in perfect position for the pick. I spin my way out of traffic somehow, and at this point, I'm trying to put into the end zone. But before I know it, trying to cut back field, I'm getting tackled by a lineman. We got fourth quarter action. We're blowing these boys out as expected here at home. And of course, late in this game, they're trying to put the ball in the air, zone coverage. I'm all over this. Perfect bait, get in position, get the pick, and I got my third of the game. Game 1 as a Buckeye is in the books. 3 minor tackles on the day, but 3 huge picks. One was a pick 6. Absolutely balled out. A classic KJ Franks Jr. performance. I'm looking to have plenty more of these throughout the season. Back-to-back home games this week against San Diego State, a more run-heavy team, and out the gate here on 2nd and goal, they're running the ball. I'm going to come down and make the big play. One thing about being here at Ohio State, I don't have to be such a helping hand here in the secondary like I did at Cal, but my helpful ways will give up a touchdown here on 3rd and goal. It's third quarter, offense has yet to score. A big play needs to be made some way, somehow. I'm getting back in man coverage. I jumped this route like no other. I tossed this receiver, and I do everything I can. Gave it all I got to try to take this into the end zone. The number 3 team in the nation takes a loss to an unranked school at home in the 2nd game of the season. After that clutch interception, San Diego State did everything they could to keep the ball away from my side of the field. I got to find other ways to get active out here because my team obviously needs it. We got them Golden Bears this week, and even though there's no bad blood, I'm looking to make a statement off the rip. The second I see this receiver sit down, I know what time it is. I get down with the pick, and off to the races I go, untouched, unbothered for the pick 6. It's a new season, but one thing about it, I know this offense and I know these players like the back of my hand, and wearing man coverage, that's just a plus. The second I see this receiver sit down yet again, my 2nd pick of the game, yes sir, let's go. This offense loves these complicated route combinations. 2 outside guys come in, inside guy comes out. I'm sitting on that all day. I come up with the pick and my eyes on the end zone the entire time. Pick 6 number 2. One thing about a game plan, once it's implemented, you can't just change up. So I already know what time it is. Patience, positioning, timing. I sit on this route, come down with the pick, my 3rd pick 6 of the day. I literally got this offense playbook in my mind. The only other school that could probably pull a performance like this out of me is Oregon. That's for obvious reasons, but my old school, the one that I built up for 3 solid years, I had to show out completely. We got FCS Southeast this week, hands down the easiest team to play on our schedule for the season, and this quarterback off rip throws the most oblivious pick you'll ever see. Going from the number 3 to rank the number 12 team in the nation in just 1 week obviously hurt, but without a doubt in my mind, by the end of the season, we can definitely work our way up back into that top 3 conversation. And aside from that, me being in pursuit of winning a defensive Heisman Trophy, I have to make plays all across the field, catching an insane amount of picks, but making those tackles, shedding blocks, doing everything across the field, that matters just as much. This team doesn't have any really elite weapons. We should be in man coverage. I'm still making tackles, coming down, making plays, but we need to be in man coverage. I guarantee I'll get a pick. And with a minute left here in the game on 3rd and 10, I get exactly what I asked for. This receiver tried to take off across the field, but with my elite speed, I come across, get down, pick up the interception, and off to the races I go. A pick 6 to put this game to bed. All black unis this week against the Badgers, and I can tell you right now, there's not one receiver in the country that's in the weight room enough to keep me from shedding blocks, coming down, laying the boom. We got a 4-point lead here early in the 2nd quarter. Getting back into my zone, this receiver's running straight at me, full speed. Didn't have to get a QB too much of a look. I come down with the pick and I pull off a nasty return. Even sent the tight end flying out of bounds. It's 3rd and 8, an obvious passing situation. I'm gonna get back in my zone, extremely patient, and of course, this quarterback is so sensitive to my bait. I get in position, great hands, and I'm taking off to the end zone with great blocks up front. Pick 6. My favorite thing about being a Buckeye so far is the consistency of the offense. The opposing team has to put the ball in the air. When that ball is up, I'm coming down with it every time. Great blocks up front, elite speed. I'm going to the crib for pick 6 number 2. Good night. A quarter of the way through my senior season, and I already have more pick 6s through 4 games than I have in my last 2 seasons at the University of Cal. One of my goals for the year is to break my dad's all-time interception record. We're talking about 30 plus picks in a single season. And here on 3rd and Goal, you can add this one to the total, making my way towards the middle of the field, going down for the pick 6. My IQ as a DB and just for the game of football in general has grown like crazy over the last 4 seasons. I understand how to bait these quarterbacks up and zone them man down to a T. Make that pick number 2 of the first half. It's 3rd and Goal, and receivers down here this close to the end zone are extremely hard to stop, but I'm all over it. Down here in man coverage, I get in position to help out my teammate who gets beat. I get the pick and I pull off the craziest pick 6 in the history of college football. Sadly, that crazy pick 6 was taken back for an illegal block in the back. So here in the 3rd quarter, even though we're up 28-0, I'm gonna come up with another big play. 1st and 10, I'm in great position to get the pick. Quarterback throws an oblivious ball. Let's go. Early in my freshman season, I learned to never abandon my zone for any reason. But when I see this right here, one guy on my side, I got the shallow zone. I walk through the offensive line untouched to pick up my first sack of the year. The number of tackles that I finished this game with is the same amount of picks I've caught in the last 2 games. At this point, I'm on pace to have the most legendary season for a player ever. Last season, we all know what I did to Iowa. Absolutely destroyed them. And I have plans on doing pretty much the same today. But here on 3rd and 3, I'm tracking this running back down and I find myself laying the wood, putting him out of bounds. He almost took this to the crib. Their game plan last time I played them was to put the ball in the air and put it in the air deep. But today I see a curl route off the rip. Oh, that's like beauty to my eye. I get down, get the pick, and off to the races, untouched, unbothered for the pick 6. We're in the 4th quarter and we currently only have a 3-point lead. I need to make a big play to put the ball back into our offense's hands. So on 2nd and 9, I don't even bake this route much. I'm just in perfect position for the pick. Offense needs to go down and score now. We needed a touchdown and offense came through and delivered with that great field position. And now we have Iowa pinned back into their own end zone, and with zone coverage and the receiver trying to go deep, I'm gonna make a play on that ball every single time. Put this game away. Last year against Iowa, I had 3 picks. Today I ended with 3 picks as well, but I had to up the performance a little bit by adding a pick 6 in there. Early here in the 1st quarter against number 20 ranked Penn State, and the offense has already put one on the board, and that's a great sign against a strong opponent. It's situations like this as a corner, especially in zone coverage, that make or break you. I got a guy from the inside coming all the way across the field to me, but I see a guy underneath as well that's wide open. I do come down and jump the route underneath, but I should have stayed home. 3rd and 8, I got a deep zone and on the wide side of the field. I'm going to give this quarterback the look of his dreams. He's put this ball perfectly on the sideline, but my ability to track the ball, I come down with the pick, of course. In a situation like this, I would much rather be in man, but the second I see this receiver break towards the outside, I'm taking off ready for the ball, but the quarterback does the unexpected, puts it in the back of the end zone for a nasty touchdown. After giving up a big time touchdown, playing terrible zone coverage, I got to make up for my screw up, so I'm going to get back in my zone, play patiently. 2nd and 12, 30 seconds left, I come down with the pick to seal the game. I learned early in my college career that when you have a flat zone and nothing's there at the time, you want to track these guys across the middle of the field. And here on 3rd and 2, that pays off. I get the pick, taking it back for 6. This worked out perfectly. Up 21-0 here in the first half. It's 1st and 10. I'm getting back at the top of my zone. The second I see this receiver playing his foot, I know to get straight to the sideline. After I get this QB to look, I come down with a nice little spin off the pick. We're up 42-7 here in the 4th quarter. Any other team would have pulled their starters off the field immediately, especially with a blowout of this caliber. But I like how we're on the field and we're still trying to dominate all the way until the end of the game. This is maybe my 7th or 8th consecutive game with multiple picks, and going into next week, I'm looking to keep that streak alive. After a win last week, we didn't move at all in the rankings. Still currently ranked number 7, which isn't a problem. But here on the first play from scrimmage against Illinois, they tried me deep. I didn't get the pick, but I break this up. No pass will be called on me at all. Illinois' quarterback knows he got off easy with me not picking that ball off, so they're probably going to put the ball on the ground the rest of the game, and I'm going to come down to make plays if need be. It's 3rd and 3. I'm expecting a run, so my eyes on the quarterback the entire time. The second I see him fake this handoff, my eyes light up. The ball is actually coming my way, but I come down and the ball isn't in my hands. I give up my 2nd touchdown of the year. We got 4th quarter action, and we need to go above and beyond and keep these boys out of the end zone. I'm giving it all I got, especially since I gave up a touchdown. Offense did step up late in the 4th quarter. We do pick up the win, but my streak of multiple picks and just picks in general comes to an end here. Oh, but next week I'm on the hunt, picking off any ball thrown my way. It's damn near the 3rd quarter. Indiana's done everything they can to avoid me, so I'm heated at this point. So I come downhill full speed and lay a big hit on Sean Shivers. Indiana's been very careful throughout this entire game about putting the ball in the air, but here on 2nd and 4 man coverage, I'm sitting back and this receiver runs back towards the ball. If he stayed where he was at, that was a pick without a question. This game is nearly coming to an end and I'm itching for a big play, more specifically a pick, and I finally get my opportunity here in zone coverage. I make this pick in the end zone, break a tackle, and there's not a soul on this this field is going to stop me from taking this back for 6, the longest pick 6 in history. It's 1st and 10. I'm expecting a run, but with 4 receivers split wide, my eyes are peeled. I'm sitting in my zone patiently. I see this ball coming my way. You know I got to go up and snag that. Come down one toe for the pick. Multi-pick games are back. No action through the air nearly through 4 entire quarters, but I stayed patient, stayed on my toes, and all the opportunities I wanted came to me. With only 1 game left in the regular season, I had the opportunity, the potential to do something my dad never did, and that's to win the Heisman Trophy as a defensive back. Down 10 points here in the 2nd quarter against number 7 ranked Michigan, they gonna try me deep here in man coverage. I'm gonna get back, get the pick. I'm making big plays. Offense got to step up. We cannot lose this game. Down 3 points is 3rd and 14. I know they're looking to take a shot, but the second I see this receiver playing his foot and whip his head around, I'm on alert. I get down full speed and I have to make a crazy adjustment to get this pick. Michigan is putting the ball on the ground a lot more than I thought, and the offense is struggling. But the second I see this receiver sit down, I see an opportunity to get into the end zone and put points on the board for my squad, and that's exactly what I do with a pick 6. At the end of regulation, it's a tie game. Now here in overtime, I got my deep zone, knowing J.J. McCarthy and this offense going to try to take a shot, but of course, give him that look. I get in position, I get the pick. Offense, go do your thing. 11 tackles, 4 picks on the day, one of those being the most important interceptions of my entire career, and a win against Michigan on the road. The Big Ten Championship, 1 game away from a national championship appearance, and here against Illinois, I'm looking to ball out crazy, but the first play from scrimmage, they tried me with a ball to the sideline. That's easy money. The first time we played Illinois this season, I ended that game with no picks, but today I'm on the hunt. I'm getting back in position here in zone coverage, and of course, with my leaping ability, my hands, and my hand-eye coordination in general, I'm going up snagging this ball for the pick. Now here in the 4th quarter, and we're blowing these boys out of the water, and I can't lie, I'm extremely hyped, even being on the field right now, knowing that I have the opportunity to win a Heisman and a national championship in the same season. Under 2 minutes left in this game, 1st and 10, we got man coverage on the wide side of the field. Of course, this quarterback's going to try me because he knows no better. I get the pick, take off towards the end zone, and I pull off the nastiest pick 6 of my entire career. Just a few weeks ago, we played Illinois for the first time this season, the only game throughout the entire year where I had no picks. Oh, but today, I gave them boys a 3-piece and a pick 6. When you finish a college season as a cornerback with 34 interceptions and 13 pick 6s, they'll have no choice but to crown you the Heisman Trophy winner. After winning the Heisman Trophy, all that was left was to make it to a national championship. And even though we only lost 1 game throughout the entire season, we will not be playing in a national championship game. I feel like we were completely stripped away of our national championship hopes. We deserved it more than anybody, but with us playing an unranked team in our final game of the season, that kind of screwed us in the way, but I still feel like we should have been in there. Even though I couldn't win a national championship like my dad, I did do something that he couldn't, and that's win the Heisman Trophy as a cornerback, and I broke his record for most interceptions in a single season. A 10-point lead here late in the 4th quarter in the Rose Bowl. I'm playing to the end. This is my final collegiate game. I go up and get my 2nd pick, and I'm not done. I'm going into the finish line. The final play of my college career, and I'm gonna bait my zone up more than I ever would, giving this quarterback the look of a lifetime. But of course, with my speed, I get in position for the pick, desperately wanting to take this one in for a pick 6. A 13-1 record, I won the Heisman Trophy, and we pull off a blowout win here in the Rose Bowl. Now that I'm preparing for the NFL draft, I can leave college with confidence, saying that I put together the most dominating season for a college football player ever.